Olá, amigos da hipnose. Bem-vindos à 10ª aula. E nesta aula, a terceira talvez mais importante de todas essas aulas que você já assistiu do James Tripp, você vai aprender como ser flexível na hipnose. Como utilizar aquilo que o sujeito lhe oferece para converter a ele na indução propriamente dita. Para converter a ele uma hipnose conversacional. É muito interessante essa aula. Tome bastante nota, estude e pratique. Até breve.
So in the previous video, I was talking about, if you remember, how to take somebody into a hypnotic loop for the first time, the first loop you do in a formal hypnosis session. And I was talking about all the bits and pieces that you can look out for and the way you can engineer things so as to maximize buy-in and minimize catastrophic failure. And that stuff works really, really well. It's really, really important stuff. But the truth is, there's nothing that you can do to guarantee any particular outcome. Now, that being the case, if you want to be a successful hypnotist, if you want to be really, really good at doing this stuff and go out, what you want to be able to do is make stuff happen whatever happens. And this is where the next concept comes in, the concept of flexibility and utilization.
Now, this is going to be a very quick troubleshooting video. I want to talk very quickly about flexibility in what you do and the principle of utilization. Utilization is being able to take whatever happens in the moment when you're doing hypnosis and use it. Use it to your advantage in taking the loop in the direction you want it to go in, maybe reinforcing the loop, maybe transferring to another loop. Let me explain how this works. Utilization is simply paying attention and not resisting anything that happens. It's taking it and owning it and making it your own. Let me give you an example. Imagine you'd gone to set up a hand stick on the table. We've already done the hand stick tutorial. Imagine you've set up the hand stick and you challenge it. You say, try and lift that hand, and find that you can't. And the person tentatively lifts the hand. Now at that point it's easy to think, oh no, I've failed, what am I going to do now? Don't. Just go with exactly what's happened and pace it. So the hand lifts, and as the hand lifts you're going to say, that's right, and that hand just lifts up. But notice how that hand feels now as it lifts up. How does that hand feel compared to the other hand? And listen to what they say. Now if you invite a contrast like that, invite a comparison, how does that hand feel compared to the other hand? There's always 99% of the time there's going to be some kind of difference. You'll often get a response like, it feels weird, it feels heavy. I don't know, it just feels slightly odd. Whatever it is, you take that and you go with it. So imagine they've said, oh yeah, it feels heavy. You say, that's right, it feels heavy. And notice how it can feel heavier and heavier. So you can feel that heaviness start pulling it back down to the table, and watch their response. You want to see the hand dropping back down. So instead of thinking that you failed, take what happens and go with it. This is the utilization principle. Anything that happens, you can use it and draw it into the loop. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on that. It's going to help you out if you bear that principle in mind. It's going to help you to become more flexible. It's going to help you to become more effective. When you look at a hypnosis process, let's imagine somebody's going for a hypnotic phenomena like amnesia or something like that. You see a linear process. You see A followed by B followed by C followed by D, all the way like a straight road going to the phenomena. That's what you see when things are successful. So it's easy to jump to the assumption that hypnosis is a linear process, that you do one thing, then another, then another, then another, and you end up at the result that you're going for. But the truth is, this is a very limiting way to think about hypnosis. It's far better to realise that as you go through a hypnosis process, there are multiple points where the road can split. It's almost like a decision tree. And that at any one of these points, I call them critical points, things could go one way or the other. Now your job as a hypnotist is to influence them in a certain direction, but that's the most that you can do. You cannot make somebody go down the line, go down the road that you want them to go down. You can only influence them. And oftentimes, they will go the other way. They will take the other fork in the path. What you need to be able to do is develop the skills, develop the flexibility to be able to roll with whichever way things go and still maintain control of the process. When you can do that, when you can maintain control of the process from end to end, wherever it comes out, because it could come out here, could come out here, could come out here, could come out here. It's not always going to be that neat straight road. When you can do that, you can roll with every choice, you can roll with every direction, and you can roll with any outcome, so as you can claim that outcome. You can own that outcome. You can make it part of everything that was going to happen the whole time. When you can do that, you can never fail.
So that was flexibility and utilization in theory. The next video you watch in this series is going to be all about that in action. You're going to see a demonstration of me utterly dropping the ball, utterly screwing something up, and then being flexible enough to bring it back online and get the whole thing on course for success.